There was once a young man named Raghav who lived in a busy town. His life looked successful on the outside, but inside he was struggling. His mind was restless, always filled with fear, stress, and endless thoughts. No matter where he went, the noise of his mind followed him. At work, he worried about mistakes. At home, he replayed arguments and scrolled endlessly on his phone, trying to escape. He could not sit still, even for a moment. One evening, after a long, stressful day, Raghav walked near the edge of town. There he saw an old monk sitting silently under a tree, beside a quiet lake. The monk's eyes were closed, his posture calm, his face glowing with peace. Raghav approached him and asked, "Sir, what are you doing here?" The monk opened his eyes and replied, "I am meditating." Raghav frowned. "But you're just sitting and doing nothing. How can that help?" The monk smiled gently. "It looks like nothing, but it is everything. When you sit in silence, you discover peace." Then he pointed to the lake. "See the water? Right now, it is disturbed by the wind. It looks muddy and unclear. But if you allow it to be still, the mud settles, and the water becomes clear. Your mind is just like this lake. If you let it be still, clarity will come." These words stayed with Raghav. He decided to try meditation the next morning. He sat on his bed, closed his eyes, and within seconds, thoughts attacked him. What if I'm late to work? Did I send that email? What if I fail? Why am I wasting time? Frustrated, he opened his eyes. "This doesn't work," he muttered. But the monk's words echoed in his mind. "Let the mud settle." So, he tried again the next day, and the next. It was not easy, but slowly. Something changed. After a week, he noticed the first benefit: calmness. At work, when someone criticized him, he no longer reacted with anger. Instead, he paused, took a breath, and responded calmly. Meditation was giving him peace. With time came the second benefit: focus. Earlier, his mind wandered during tasks. Now he could work with full attention, free from distractions. The third benefit came in moments of conflict. When he argued with his brother, he felt anger rise. But instead of shouting, he observed his breath. Slowly, his anger faded. Meditation was giving him emotional balance. Weeks later, he felt the fourth benefit: better health. His sleep improved. Headaches reduced. His energy was higher. Meditation was healing not just his mind, but his body too. And then came the deepest benefit: self-discovery. In meditation, when the thoughts settled, he felt a vast silence inside, a space beyond fear, beyond worry, beyond success or failure. He discovered that true happiness lived within him, not outside. One day, Raghav returned to the lake and met the monk again. This time, he too sat quietly under the tree. The monk smiled and said, "You have learned the way." Raghav replied, "At first, my mind was a storm, but now I feel like I carry this silent lake within me wherever I go." The monk said, "That is the gift of meditation. It does not change the world outside you, but it changes the world within you. And when the world within is calm, even the storms outside cannot disturb you." From that day on, Raghav lived differently. He worked with focus, spoke with kindness, and rested with peace. His family noticed the harmony. His colleagues admired his calmness. But most importantly, Raghav himself felt free. Meditation had shown him that life is not about escaping problems, but about facing them with clarity and strength. The monk's wisdom is true for all of us. The mind is like a lake. When it becomes still, it reflects truth. So if your mind feels restless, if stress and worry never leave you, remember Raghav's story. Sit quietly, breathe, let the mud settle, and discover the silent lake within you. In that silence, you will find the greatest treasure, peace.